So, just got back from Sweetwater to pick up the last piece in the puzzle to make this video possible. Now, there is still another piece that I'm going to be getting to make this fully functional, but it's really pretty much just a preference item and not an item that makes this system like work or not. This thing I just picked up from Sweetwater does. It's a phono preamp, and I've got a new turntable to show you guys. So yeah, we're out with the Crosley finally. I'll be keeping it around though, mostly as a Bluetooth receiver for the big stereo. But yeah, I'm back for one, and for two, let's get straight into this video and I'll show you what I got. I'll show you guys. Yeah, something like that. I didn't write a script for this video. And I didn't even bother to plug in the microphone for this because we're just going total guerrilla style on this shooting. So yeah, let's switch the camera around and I'll show you what I got. So below me there is currently quite a big mess on the floor. That's just because I was moving some stuff around for the record player. I had an amp up on the record player crate. That's gone back down below the desk as the headphone amp, even though it's a full stereo amp. Record player's been moved. There's a wire running from the big stereo to the record player. Yeah, it's just a mess. But first, let me show you what we got in the bag. Yeah, we went all the way to Sweetwater in Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indiana. I used to live in Fort Wayne, fun fact, but we moved to Ohio. And yeah, I just made the trip and went and picked this up. Make sure everything's out of here. So first we got a little packing list, as all the things do. Sweetwater sticker, of course. Not totally sure what I'm going to put this on because I have like a million of these, but that's fine. And here's what I have. It's the USB Phono Plus Project Series Audiophile Computer Interface by Art or Applied Research and Technology. So yeah, this is pretty wild. It's got USB connectivity to desktop and laptop computers, RIAA accurate low noise phono preamp, up to 45 dB of clean gain, latency free monitoring, SPDIF or optical to USB and USB to optical interfaces included. Preamp line out allows us to use a standalone phono preamp, compact, stackable, all aluminum chassis, flexible power from USB or external power supply, and a 3-year warranty. Yeah, quite the punch. Now, packaging wise, it's pretty lackluster, but this is, you know, like meant for like audiophiles who really don't care, they just want the thing, which is pretty much me. But nice packaging is cool. But I understand why this doesn't have it. Well, first let me explain. So this is the phono preamp, and this is what I need to make the record player obviously work with the stereo. The stereo has a built-in phono preamp, but it's kind of bad. So I wanted an external one, also so I could use it on the crate and not have to put it on top of the stereo, because that causes complications with all the heat and the electronics inside the record player. The thing that I do need to get is just this little aluminum box, and it's a RCA switcher, so I can run a cable out from this into the RCA switcher, so I can have a cable running under the desk to the headphones amp and out to the stereo for the main listening experience, if you will. But yeah, so opening it up, we have the main unit itself. Again, that was quite a nice user's manual. Got some packing foam. It's pretty cool. Oh ho ho! Now this is nice. I like to see this. Installation CD. Now this is cool. So, sorry about the camera again. Terrible phone camera, won't focus. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Focus? Nope, no focus. So includes product operation manual, Audacity for recording software, and that is compatible with Mac OS X, And Windows 2000, XP, Vista 7, and 8.1. Obviously, it'll work on 10. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so software CD. Very nice, very nice. I like to see that. Physical media instead of a download code. I like to have this. I will probably back this up onto the Internet Archive if you guys are interested in taking a look at the version of Audacity on here, because this version of Audacity should be pre-Russian buyout. So that'll be nice to use because I do like my Audacity. What do we have in here? It appears to be, yeah, a USB-B cable. Very nice. I already have one of these, so that's fine. But yes, that is quite nice to have packed included. Alright, nothing else in the box. So that might prove to be a bit of a problem without a power supply, but it said it would be able to run over USB. Hopefully it'll run off a normal wall wart, because if not, we're going to have to go out and buy a power adapter. Or I might just have one here at the house that works, you never know. So there it is, quite a beefy little unit. It's seems to be built with pretty high standard of quality. It is, yeah, wow, look at all the ports on the back. So you can also use this as an audio capture device, obviously, because it's got SPDIF-in and optical, which is nice. Plus, it's a funnel output, which is mostly my use case for it. Yeah, so it looks like it will run off a wall wart rated at 9 volt. I'll have to go find one of those. Probably I'll just use a Samsung fast charger. But yeah, we got a gain knob, input, which is funnel or line level, filter, which is low cut or whatever, and gain, source, monitor output, and monitor output level. So yeah, little power LED clip, little diagram on the back. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So I'll see if I can go find a wall wart for this and see if it'll run over USB-B. I'm not going to use this cable. I'm going to use this white one that I have here because it's a little longer, I believe. Should just plug into the back like so. And for now, I'll just have to run it like that. Unfortunately, don't have power supply, which is kind of unfortunate. Oh well, I'm gonna go find a wall wart and see if this sucker works. So I was able to find this Samsung fast charger, which is rated at 9 volt, 1.6 amps, and this requires 9 volt, 1.5 milliamps, so it should work, hopefully. But first, I'm going to try to plug it into a regular 5 volt charger, and we'll see what happens there. Plugging in. Okay. Did it do anything? Aha! Says we have power. As you can see, we have, whoops, knocked the thing around. We have lights. We have lights and power. This is running off 5 volts. Oh, well, that's interesting. I wonder if I'll be able to run it just off 5 volt with a random 5 volt wart I found, because this is actually my phone charger that I use every day. So yeah, but before we get into that rabbit hole, let me show you the record player I have. Sorry about the glare on the plastic lid. I'm going to remove it in a hot second. But this is the Denon DP15F. And it's from about 1984, I believe. And this, for me, is pretty much the golden era of record players. This is when you could still buy a pretty much bulletproof record player, but have all the options that you would want. So this is the Denon DP15F quartz lock microprocessor controlled fully automatic turntable system / dynamic servo tracer. Handful of a name, but let me remove this cover and show you what we're working with here. It's a bit of a pain to get off, but once it's off, you can see it's pretty much a turntable. We have a platter with a record currently on it. It's direct drive, so super smooth. And we have the tone arm. The tone arm is server controlled, meaning it'll track the groove precisely up and down, side to side. So even if you have a warped record, it'll still play it like there's no warp. Well, within reason. The cartridge I have on here is an Ortofon OM10, which is, I believe, currently discontinued, but very similar to the OM5E. You have counterweight on the back, anti-skate on the side here. It will play 30 centimeter and 17 centimeter discs. It'll play at 33 and 45 in any combination, so you could play 30-inch 45 or 17-inch 33. It has, obviously, since it is fully manual, you can lift and, fully automatic, you can lift and raise the tone arm with a button. It has a repeat button, which once it gets to the end, it'll pick it up, put it back. A start, which you'll see it'll come all the way over. And a stop button. Quite basic, but it serves the purposes that I need, and it sounds awesome. So let's hook up the phono preamp to the 5-volt charger, and we'll see what we get from that. Does appear to work, but I haven't tried it with the 9-volt yet, so I'll get that test going in a bit. Welcome to the final bit of this video. As you can see, I had a few issues with power supply for the phono preamp, and I finally got that all sorted out. Basically what it can do is it has 2 power input sources, barrel plug and USB. The barrel plug accepts 9-volt as standard. It won't go any lower. But the USB can do as low as 5-volt, which is a standard phone charger. But as a little more headroom, I gave it the 9-volt Samsung fast charger, so it's not pulling so much energy from the brick and getting it really hot. So that's all figured out. I just need to get a barrel plug so I can transfer files to my laptop and capture some vinyl. Because I want to do some vinyl ripping, but I'll talk more on that later. So what the final setup is the Denon DP15F with the Ortofon OM10 cartridge, which, by the way, awesome cartridge. I believe it has been discontinued at this point of recording, and I think it's been replaced by the OM5E, but specs are relatively the same, so it's about a $70 cartridge. I think it's well worth it. But this Denon is going into the Art Project Series USB Phono Plus, which is actually only $5 more than the... You can hear a laptop going off. It's only $5 more than the DJ Pre 2, which I think is which is a really good price for just more USB capabilities and more inputs and such on the back. And it has a headphone jack on the front, which is super cool. But the phono preamp is outputting to my Kenwood VR407, which is a audiovisual surround sound receiver, but I only use it as a 2-channel stereo receiver because I don't have any 6.1 audio content at the moment. And I mean, even my DVD player can only output into stereo. I mean, it's over digital, which is nice. It has a digital input on the Kenwood, but it's still only 2 channels. So, you know, but it sounds awesome. It was pretty high end for its day in 2001, I want to say. It's not vintage looking at all, but it's 20 years old. So I'd say it's doing pretty good for its age. Speakers are pretty lackluster. I have 2 channels left and right, but I have 3 speakers going down to simulate a floor-to-ceiling speaker, and I think that works quite well for my purposes. Now, content. This is what I was talking about earlier about content. I have not posted a whole lot over the summer, and that's just because I've been kind of out of it with band and work and trumpet lessons and all that. Sometimes over the week for work, I'd average 25 hours, and I wouldn't want to do anything before or after work because, I was so tired from working because I work a maintenance job out at a golf course in my town, and that can be quite labor intensive at times, and I work out in the sun pretty much all day driving carts and moving stuff and whatnot, keeping the course maintained, and that can be quite tiring sometimes, especially out in the hot sun. So when I come home, I just want to sit on my phone and watch YouTube and listen to my record player, to be quite frank with you guys. I have written a few scripts for some vinyl videos, like I have a Chicago Transit Authority script just sitting on my computer because I bought a copy finally, but it's just been sitting on my computer and I haven't done anything with it. And I've bought a whole bunch of more vinyl over this span. I've gotten rid of a couple records. Well, I bought a whole bunch of new vinyl. I got some 45s to take a look at, and just some records that I want to show you guys, and a whole bunch of stuff. Once school starts back up and everything starts quieting down a little bit, I'm going to start to merge back to more normal upload schedule, as you would call it. So, in the name of what content is going to look like, I'm going to stick to vinyl videos. Those are the meat and potatoes of my video. You guys seem to love them. I love making them. But they're going to be a little more professional now. Instead of just having the Crosley thrown up here and miking up a speaker, I'm going to open up OBS and we're going to do a direct line in. And that's going to take a little more time on my end, but it's going to be a better result for you guys. And sticking with the line in, we're going to do vinyl rips. I really want to make vinyl rips for you guys and upload them to YouTube, Odyssey, and the Internet Archive. And I want to rip some vinyl for you guys to listen to. I've got some obscure albums. I've got some mainstream albums. I've got some obscure copies of albums that I just want to share with you guys. A couple of these albums I would really want to rip for you and share is, the first one is London Phase 4 Stereo, The Fantastic Sound of Guitars Unlimited. I actually did a review of this video all the way back at my old house when I still had a tablet and a green table. That was an awful quality video that was edited on a phone. Or even that tablet, I think, the $50 Nook tablet I have. It was shot, this video was shot on that. And it's a quite awful video, and I play a whole segment of this, one of the songs on here, and it sounds terrible. I have the camera pointing at the Kenwood, and it's quite awful. But I do still suggest you guys go and watch it. But I want to rip this whole album. And I know there are other rips of this album on YouTube, but they're just a static image of the cover and audio. I want to take that a step further and have a video of the vinyl spinning on the physical turntable, just to have a little visual for you guys, because I know people like to watch vinyl spin. I know I do. So there's that one. Slide that back here. And then there's one like this that has no presence on YouTube whatsoever. This is Lowdown Brass Band, Lowdown Breaks, their newest record. And I saw these guys in concert in my hometown here in Ohio. And they're a hip hop jazz fusion group out of Chicago. They're kind of indie, little underground, but I really love their music. And at the concert, they had vinyl for sale, and you know I can't resist myself or help myself. And for lack of a better term, I had to buy it. And from my research, there are no other rips of this on YouTube, and I think that a real nice clean record like this needs a rip before it gets scratches and dust all over it. Anyways, there's that. So I'll start a second channel for that because I don't want to put all that on my main channel and have all these different projects and series on one channel, the RNC Music channel, which I want to keep for playing, which I will do, still do my guitar and trumpet playing, and the vinyl. Now, of course, I will do some gear and demos and reviews, and I want to start getting into CDs because quite a few of my CDs have some very interesting stories behind them. For instance, the Beatles 1, my Beatles Anthology, Pink Floyd The Wall. Just some interesting stories behind how I either acquired them or my experience with listening to them. I just want to, share that with you. I also want to do some more casual talks like this where I talk about a topic or something, I just spin some vinyl in the background. Wouldn't that be a vibe? I think it would be. Just have a casual talk and talk with my viewers and viewers input feedback afterwards. Speaking of input, now, we are currently sitting at 74 subscribers, which is awesome. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for watching my content. I know I never ask to subscribe or like the video. I just don't really care. I don't really do YouTube for the clout. But I did a 30 subscriber special, and I looked at all my Beatles 45s. I want you guys to tell me what you want for my 100 subscriber special. I want to do something exciting. I want to do something that the fans want to see. I can do anything. I can literally sit down on the ground and make an hour video going through every single vinyl record I own. Or I can do a video where I clean some records and just talk. I can do a video where I look through all my CDs. Whatever you guys want. I can do a tear down and build up of my stereo system. Whatever you guys want to do for 100 subscribers, just tell me in the comments. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on trucking for the channel, and that's about it. This was supposed to be a new gear video, but it ended up being an update video and just I'm back video and a whole bunch of stuff. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Welcome to the official set, by the way. We have the desk, and we'll still use the desk for vinyl, but for talking segments where you'll see my face, my beautiful, ugly face. Just kidding, I'm beautiful. You'll see this set. The guitar, subwoofer, part of the bookshelf with the amp on it. Of course, the vinyl collection, half of the vinyl collection with the turntable, and this lovely wood grain in the background, and teal wall. It's very 70s, and I love it. It is quite the vibe. Also, we have this nice chair, which I think is actually quite comfortable to sit in. And my PJs. I'm actually quite comfortable right now. But yeah, this is the set. If we do any more talking videos like this will be where we do it. And yeah, you can see a blank wall here. Stuff will go there. Most likely some posters, not sure, but I'd like to hang stuff up. The only issue is that behind that wall is solid concrete because I'm in a basement. So it's quite hard to hanging things on the wall. That's why that paper bag is taped to the wall with double-sided tape. So yeah. Rambling at this point, pretty much went on a huge tangent for no reason. But I am back, finally. And we will get some more content out on the channel. I just, haven't been in the mood. Don't want to waste anybody's time. And the vinyl record is over. I don't know if I told you guys, but I was spinning Winchester Cathedral by Lawrence Welk. And you can see the fully automatic in action, returned back to Daytona Resting Place. And since the vinyl is over, I think that is my cue to end this video. And as always, this has been RNC Music. And can you guess it? I am out.